Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here. Bringing you guys this new video, and I'm going to be doing this Q&A. This is Q&A number 6, I believe. Yeah, I waited about a week or so since I've had hit 1,000 subscribers, so I'm just going to answer some questions I've gotten as I'm going to read from up here. So yeah, I got quite a few to go through. So let's get this started. First question comes from Cultland. It's like KVLT. They asks, will you be at Cannibal Corpse, Morbid Angel, and the Necrot show on March 13th, which would be at the Masquerade in Atlanta. Yes, but only shitty thing is that Cannibal Corpse isn't even on the Atlanta date. They sort of drop off before that. It's like Morbid. It's gonna be Morbid Angel and Immolation, which I'm stoked for. But I kind of wish Cannibal was on the bill. Well, but yeah, I'm heard that they're still continuing on even after the shit with what happened with Pat O'Brien. But yeah, but to answer your question, yes, I will be at that show. Um, next, next four questions come from Greedy Selfish 97. He he asks four questions, so I'll answer each one of them individually. First one he asks is, "What are your thoughts on the new Slipknot song Outward Life?" I actually like it. It feels like it kind of reminds me of something from the self-titled album. So it kind of feels like Slipknot are kind of going back to their roots a little bit. And I do like Slipknot, believe it or not. I know a lot of elitists will talk shit, but whatever. And they were like one of the first bands that really got me into metal heavily. So yeah, and I do like the new song. Look, kind of interested to hear the new album. I did like their last album they put out in 2014, Point Five, The Great Chapter, which was pretty good. Second question he asks, what are some of your favorite movies of all time? I really like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective with Jim Carrey. I just like the scene with Cannibal Corpse when they play Hammer Smash Face. Um, and I really like the Harry Potter series. Like the whole movies are really good, and really love Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah. Another question he asks is, who is your favorite thrash metal vocalist? Probably Chuck Billy of Testament or Bobby Blitz of Overkill. Both of them are really great vocalists and they just do what they do. And I love Chuck Billy's vocals. Like he just has like thrash stuff, but it wasn't until probably around the Gathering demonic area where he kind of goes like full on death metal-y vocals. But he sort of like does a mixture with the latter albums being Formation of Damnation and Dark Roots of Earth and stuff, which is pretty good. And last question he asks is, are you or have you ever been in a band? I fucking wish, dude. So yeah. Next question comes from the Strong Boys 19. He says, "Congrats. Hope you'll get more soon." Right on, man. Thank you. He asks, "What are the albums that got you into music?" Well, for music wise, I remember. Well, I was really into music, but it wasn't until when I was like 10 or 11 when I got into like rock and metal. The first time I heard the album Toxicity by System of a Down, I was immediately like hooked onto it. First time I heard Chop Suey, I was like, wow, this what the hell is this? And this really just got me really into metal. That's just awesome. And he asks, which bands do you play the most? I'm guessing you mean listen to the most. I don't. I mean, I really love Iron Maiden. They're my all-time favorite band. I'm really looking forward to seeing their show. They're coming to Atlanta in July. I'm also thinking about going to Nashville to see them in August. Because from what I heard, this could be their last tour. Since I mean, they're all in their 60s, and I just don't know if they'll be around much longer, which is would be a shame since I really love Iron Maiden, one of the most legendary bands. I like Maiden. I love Behemoth, Winter Sun, Cannibal Corpse. Those are some bands I really just love the most and just appreciate what they do. And he also asks, what is it like to meet bands in person? It's really cool to meet bands in person. And like I meet like a shit ton of bands. Like I probably the one that sticks out to me the most was back in May when I was seeing Stone Sour at the Buckhead Theater, and I was like chill in my car, and look who came out of the bus. I actually fucking met Corey Taylor, which I was kind of like blown away, you know. But I'm the cool. I'm like no big deal, but you know, on the inside, I'm like. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And some of these bands I've actually are friends with. Like I like Born of Osiris, I'm homies with, and Carnifex, I'm friends with their drummer. He's cool as shit. And Cradle of Filth are some. I'm friends with some of them, especially their keyboard player Lindsay is one of my good friends, and of course my homie Pat from Fit for an Autopsy. See, I'm good buddies with. So yeah, it's cool being friends with some bands that you like, which is awesome. Last few questions come from one of my favorite YouTubers ever, and he's a great guy. That'd be Cover Killer Nation. My buddy Mark, he asks a few questions. He's like, what are your goals for the channel in 2019? Just keep making videos and hoping people will like them. That's pretty much what all I could say, really. Second is like, what is your favorite genre of music outside of metal and why? I really like some of the old pop stuff, believe it or not. I really like Michael Jackson. Like, he's really talented, and surprisingly enough, I know I'm probably gonna lose some subscribers. I won't have 1,000 anymore. When I say I actually like some Lady Gaga, and she's actually one of the few pop stars that actually doesn't suck. She's really talented, and I love what she does for charity. And she also likes metal. So I'm seriously, why isn't Lady Gaga in a metal band? And I remember when I was like, also when I was like 5 years old, I used to really love the Backstreet Boys. Is an NSYNC, believe it or not, like way better than the boy bands that we have now. They just, I don't know, it's just for me, I just like the feel. Well, I'm just like, I don't know, it's hard to describe really. I also like some old school hip hop and rap. I love Beastie Boys, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, like Cypress Hill, all that classic shit. And the last question he asks is, what's an album that always makes you happy even during the worst times? I mean, any album makes me, if I'm ever feeling like down in the dumps, I just play whatever it is. I really don't have like an album in particular, but I don't know. That's a tough one, man. No, I just like a lot, to be honest. But yeah, that's just pretty much all the questions I've gotten for this Q&A. Just thank you guys for sending some your questions to answer. And if anybody is going to the masquerade tomorrow for Sevendust at New Year's Eve, I will be there. I actually got VIP, and I'm bringing all my shit to get signed. It's gonna be awesome. Great way to end the year of shows. Like I went last night and the night before, and I had a blast. So, and tomorrow night's gonna be great, seeing them play their album Home in its entirety. So yeah, and I've been a fan of Sevendust since I was 13. I saw them twice already. It'll be my third time seeing them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you all in the next video, and also see you all in 2019, and keep it metal.